Hi everybody, this is very bright and very high on the stage here, but good to see all of you. Just by a show of hands, how many people love their library and their library workers? I think you can be a little louder than that if you want. Give your support for libraries. So my name is Brandon Haynes. I'm the president of the Toronto Public Library Workers Union, and I represent thank you. And I represent about 2,300 library workers. Some of them are here tonight. Some of them you will see in the video that we have produced for you to enjoy. I hope everybody is enjoying their popcorn. And I don't want to keep this very long, except to thank you very much for your support. And please do enjoy this movie, and we'll talk more about it after. So thank you very much.
Take one, marker.
I don't even know how this happens. You just pull books out and you put it back, I guess, without reading them, but...
Right, another round of applause for that great film. My name is Shad. I'm happy to be here in support of libraries, in support of this great film. And I'll invite up our panelists, if that's all right, a couple of whom you got to see in this film. Daphne Sapere is on her way up. Round of applause. Brandon Haynes, the president of the TPL Workers Union, on his way up. Is Jace here? Jason York Best on his way up. You saw him as well in the film. And finally, Carolina Aragao, social science researcher for the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives. Daphne, why don't I start with you? The film gets a lot into the challenges that you face as library workers. Are there things that you still feel unequipped to deal with that you face on a day-to-day basis? And what do you think is the best way for you to become better prepared for some of the challenges that you confront?
I think sometimes there's a bit of a disconnect with community members and employees, like sort of understanding what employees do at the library every day. Like this is really good because we were getting to talk about library workers and the work that they do, the people that they work with, and that we're also human. We're not just an employee of TPL. We feel things and think about things for hours and days and weeks after it happens at the library. So.
Can also add a little bit to that and just say that a lot of library workers actually live in the city of Toronto. As unaffordable as it is, we find a way to try to live here if we can. So literally sometimes you're serving a community that you might live in and you recognize the people that go there, they're your neighbors or your friends. So it's hard not to care. There probably are maybe one or two uncaring library workers out there, but I don't think I've ever met any of them.
I think libraries should and could be a complement to the landscape of social services, right? But they cannot be doing it alone. So we need more resources for libraries, and we also need more resources for the complementary services they can access. Having this connection that can really make a difference in helping them help people.
I think the library workers need to be told what the library is being transformed into. Individuals are losing homes because they can't afford to live. And the library being one of the last places that's free, that people can just come and be at, they're gonna come and be at. And if that means they got 5 bags or they have an attitude problem, a behavioral problem, or whatever problem it is, that's coming as well. And not just training and saying, hey, we're training you and training you. What am I training you for?
Wow, yeah.
I thought it was fantastic. I had no expectation of what the documentary was going to be about, but when it started to play, it honestly felt so right to put a name to what is happening and to sort of call out the fact that librarians are having to shoulder the social responsibility of taking care of the less fortunate.
I mean, I think my understanding of that is
probably more shaped by this film than anything else, you know, just like people becoming more precarious and people needing access not just to libraries, but a lot of other resources that libraries may or may not be equipped to provide, but are trying to provide, right? So
I think working there has made that connection for me. It makes it easier for me to explain to people who make comments about, oh, I don't want to go to the public library because it smells, or there's like a crazy person there. No, they're not crazy. They're a vulnerable person. You just have more privilege, more access to that privilege than they do.
And you know, it's not just a job for them. Like the movie was saying, and the panelists were saying, a lot of them live in the community where the same people come in day after day after day, and you see the same ones with maybe the issues. And from this movie, definitely you see those, right? Where a lot of people, maybe they don't. So I think that's what the movie's brought forward.
More work needs to be done, and also community members step in. You know, like if I'm using the library and I hear somebody yelling a homophobic slur at my branch head, I'm gonna, hey, that's not cool.
the workers see it all. They see it from every angle, right? They're obviously concerned for their safety, but they're also concerned for the people that they're serving every day. So I can't imagine someone that has a better perspective on the kind of 360 of the situation than the workers.
You know, ask them how they're doing, because especially after seeing the documentary tonight, they're just so multifaceted, and it's not just about the books.